this is Danielle with DNS Travel Group.
And this is Shalise with DNS Travel.
We're here because we wanted to come to you guys with a little bit of a story. You may have heard recently about a man who unfortunately lost his life on a Royal Caribbean ship earlier in the week. And we wanted to kind of go over some information about the things that can unfortunately get you removed or even banned from cruising with Royal Caribbean and probably any other ship. But this is specific to Royal Caribbean because that's where this particular incident happened on.
So a gentleman lost his cool, flipped
Yeah.
out, attacked a couple of the staff on the ship. Not certain of what started the incident. Um, he was on the ship with his girlfriend and his child, and they weren't able to calm him. Um, Not sure of what transpired as far as the reason why this young man ended up losing his life. There's some theories about staff injecting him with a substance, but it's unfortunate that
Yeah,
this thing happened.
for sure.
Um, who
Absolutely.
knows? He may have gotten on the ship having these, some mental issues. But a lot of times on the ships, alcohol plays a major part in people's behavior. A lot of
But what I
times.
find interesting is that he was only on the ship for 1 hour before the incident occurred. He hadn't been on the ship all day. So, two things could have happened. He was already drunk before he got on the ship, or it was an alcohol, from my perspective. Now, none of this has been confirmed. They don't know what happened, how he ended up in this kind of state. But if you saw the video, he was out of control, completely out of control, kicking the door, yelling, screaming. And what there was a young man that was interviewed, and he said that the man chased him and a staff member, a crew member, down the hall, um, threatening to kill them, using racial slurs, expletives. And then once the crew member barricaded himself in that room, that's when he really lost it and began kicking that door to try to get to the crew member. So we really don't know what caused this yet. I'm sure there's going to be more information once that investigation is closed. But again, like I said, he had only been on the ship for an hour. I think they had just started sailing away they were leaving from California on their way to, what was it, Ensenada,
Ensenada,
Mexico.
Mexico.
And his wife says that this is not typical behavior of him. This is not how he normally acts. He's not a violent, belligerent person. So leads me to believe that there was something else in the mix, that caused him to get out of control like that.
But what it also suggests is that people think that these incidences are related directly to the cruise ship or to the cruise line.
Mm-hmm.
There's been several conversations about Carnival being a certain type of cruise ship and Royal being a certain type of cruise ship. But what it all boils down to is that we are all human. We are all people. We take different modes to travel, uh, different modes to travel. So it's not about the cruise line. It's about human beings. It's about people who have, lives, and some people have mental health disorders. There's a lot of different things that could come into play.
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, it's not the cruise line's fault that these
Mm-hmm.
things happen. So it kind of annoys me when people say, "Oh, Carnival has this type of people, and this type of thing going on, and Royal has this type of thing going on." When it's we're humans. The
Yep,
cruise lines are led by people.
that's
They're
right.
enjoyed by people. So I
And we
wish
have,
more
at
people
some
would
point,
stop.
people have to take responsibility for their own behavior
Yep,
at the end of
that
the
part.
day. Yeah. That is the most important thing, um, that I think people need to remember is that you are responsible for how you behave on that cruise ship. Carnival didn't make you get drunk and fight in the middle of the pizza parlor or whatever they call it. After you come from the club and you are amped up and somebody steps on your shoe, so now you want to fight. That's not Carnival's fault.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, couple points that we want to hit when it comes to, because this young man that lost his life was actually on his way. Well, he was already detained in I guess the brig. Is that what they call it on the ship?
I think
Where
so.
they keep you after you've done something wrong. The ship's brig is where he was waiting, I guess, to go to the port or whatever, wherever they were going to disembark him. And unfortunately, that's where he died. So, a couple things that can really get you removed and potentially banned, if you participate in this type of behavior, that I kind of wanted to go over. Just a couple. We all know assault and physical altercations are one of the things. And as we stated with the young man, the consequences to that, immediate confinement to the ship's brig. So they're going to put you in that ship jail immediately. That's number one. Yeah. Um,
Mm-hmm.
mhm. Yeah.
Number two, I have
Hmm.
one, theft. Nobody wants to be a party to that. Having something taken from you is a direct assault on your person.
It's an assault on your pocket. You stole from me and I spent my money. You assault in my pocket.
It doesn't feel good to have a possession sitting there and then next thing you know it's
It's
gone. So
gone.
theft would definitely get you removed from
Hmm.
the cruise ship.
Yeah. And possession or use of illegal substances. So we already talked about this in the last one.
Puff puff
Yeah.
pass
Yep.
will
Puff
get
puff
you
pass.
a pass directly on
That's
the
right. And they
ship.
will put and now they will put you off at the port. They don't even let you get back to the house. You
Yeah.
ain't even gonna get back to Miami. You're gonna be let off in Jamaica or Cancun or wherever your port is. That's where you're getting disembarked. And don't let you have boarded that cruise with a birth certificate. Mm.
Yes. Listen,
The
you're
U.S.
definitely
Embassy,
gonna
they're
be
gonna see you.
in a
Yeah,
sea of paperwork.
that's right. It's gonna take you a while to get home. So you want to make sure you keep that in mind.
Yes.
Um, Also, one that I don't think people think about a lot is tampering with the ship's equipment and safety devices. You can't be walking around touching stuff. You don't know what it is. I'm just saying, like, come on. I know all the little knobs and stuff might look might look.
Only you want to touch those
I'm just
knobs.
saying. I think that's a good point, and
It
nobody
is.
talks about that.
Yeah, you know how you go to the doctor's office and you you going through the drawers, you
Yeah, looking for
fiddling with the equipment in the doctor's office.
stuff. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Don't do
no,
that.
keep your hands to yourself.
Right, right. Another one that people don't talk about is going in unauthorized areas. If it
Absolutely.
says crew only, that means you can't go in there. Don't be trying to knock, trying to see if it's locked.
If
That
you
means
open the
that it's
door
not.
trying to peek and see,
Yeah,
hmm
it's not for you to be in there. So stop. Don't do it. You get the consequence for that actually is detainment, formal warnings, restriction of onboard activities, and potential removal from the ship. So you ain't going to the white party.
right.
Play with them if you want to. You ain't going.
I have a good one too. Harassment and misconduct. Yeah, there's a lot of incidents where a gentleman is attracted to a certain female
Mm.
and she just ain't feeling you.
Yeah.
Leave her alone. Stop following around the ship.
Yeah.
Stop
And
trying
that's
to,
frightening.
gain some attention
Mm-hmm.
from this female or male. Leave
Yeah.
her alone
And no,
because
no.
you will be in a world of trouble if that person makes a complaint against you for
Yeah.
harassment. I
Possible
mean, that's
legal
a
action.
serious thing. It's a very serious, issue.
Mm-hmm.
And people just don't know their boundaries. And when
Right.
a woman says no or a man says no, that's what they mean. And
That's
you back
right.
off. Back
That's
off.
right. Absolutely. Um, so those are some of the main ones that, will get you removed and potentially banned from cruising with that particular cruise line. And again, as we say in all of our videos, read the website to educate yourself on right and wrong, do's or don'ts, so that you can avoid. I mean, maybe you don't know that if it's a crew only, you can't go. Maybe you're not
They
aware.
can read. It's just nosy. Just nosy.
Right.
Just
But maybe you
nosy.
don't know what will happen to you if you get caught. So knowing the consequences of your actions, that's important. You
Yes.
might think maybe they're just gonna tell me to
Yes.
step up, but you might get tamed. You
Mm-hmm.
want that?
Yeah.
Mm-mm. So
So
yeah,
educate yourself before, for the most part, go on the cruise ship or any vacation with a degree of self-respect. Respect your fellow vacationers
mm-hmm.
and have a good time. Just
And
just
with reason, within
yes, be
reason.
respectful.
Mm-hmm.
Be respectful.
Absolutely. Yeah. And one more thing, know your limit. Know your limit. If you feel like you've had enough, you've had enough. If you know that two Long Islands take you over the edge, know your limit, because they're gonna cut you off at a point. At
Mm-hmm.
some point, the bartenders, they're gonna recognize it, and then that's another reason that people get belligerent, because they've got cut off.
Mm-hmm.
So just know your limit and eat. Eat before you drink.
Absolutely eating.
Go to the
There's
Windjammer.
plenty of that.
Make you a sandwich.
There's plenty of things
Right.
to indulge in eating on the
Right.
ship.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So we just wanted to come on here real quick. We ain't gonna hold you and just give you a little bit of
Go over a
information.
few of the things that we all need to avoid
Mm-hmm.
if we want to have an amazing vacation.
And if we want to come back, because you don't
Mm-hmm.
want to be banned.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As always, I'm that person. They be like, smile, because I don't know that I'm not smiling.
Mm-hmm.
So be safe.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Safe and family. Peace.
And hair grease.